Hello, I'm Matthew from Ludo-Chrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Wild Space. Wild Space is a card combo game for 1-5 players for ages 10 plus, and it plays for around 30 minutes. So this is a game about being the captain of a spaceship and building your crew to visit outer space. You want to gain the most victory points by having the best crew and exploring the best planets. At the beginning of the game though, you will have only these 2 planets, and these 3 will unlock over the course of the game. To win the game, you need to have the most victory points, which you will gain through having the best crew, and you will place your crew members when you explore the planets. So what do you find on crew member cards? So we have a display here, and I will show you the 3 types of cards which are conveniently in this display. We have the crew members, which are blue. We have the emissaries, which are red. And finally, we have the robots, which are green. So the robots provide you a skill, and the skill is very important because it can trigger some abilities in the game, such as scoring, such as conditional abilities like this one. So we have different types of skills which are icons. We also sometimes have flat victory points, especially on robots. This one doesn't have them. And finally, we have an ability that triggers when you play the card into your play area. We move on to emissaries. Emissaries are animals. Animals are important to scoring because sets of animals give you points. They also have sometimes placement abilities, but most of all, these are the cards that are going to give you endgame scoring, and this is very important. Finally, you have your normal crew members. Your normal crew members, they have skills, they are animals, and they give you special abilities when you place them. And that's it, you have the 3 types of cards. So now how do you play that game? Well, you may notice that every player has a captain, a veteran token, 5 shuttles, and some cards. And this is all we need to play. We are going to be playing 10 turns because we are going to activate each of our 5 shuttles twice. So on our turn, what we will do is either place a new shuttle or advance a shuttle onto the next step of the planet. So, for example, in this case, it's my turn. I will be able to choose between one planet, and I will be choosing the sector of the planet I want to go on. In this case, I will choose that sector, and I will place myself on the bottom of that sector. And I will trigger the ability that's printed here. So either I will place an emissary from my hand onto my play area, or I will draw one. If I want to draw one card, I will be able to draw from the display or from the deck. When I don't like what's in the display, what I can do is discarding a card from my hand and then refreshing the display. Then I may draw either from the deck or from the display. I can do that as many times as I want, but the cost is always 1 card. So I will deprive myself of some resources. So in this case, I don't like what I see, but I don't want to part with the cards in my hand, so I will draw 1 card from the top of the deck. This is the end of my turn. We move on to the next player, and so on and so forth. And when it goes back to me, either I can explore a new sector, or I can advance that shuttle, and I will advance it to the top part of the planet. And in this case, I will trigger that ability. Either I draw 3, or I play a card from my hand onto my play area, which I will do. So you will see how that goes. So I will play this octopus. So this octopus is a mechanic, that's a skill. It's an octopus, so it may affect scoring, and also it has a triggered ability. So this one tells me that if I have a soldier, I will be able to place either a robot or an emissary onto my play area. Do I have a soldier? Yes, because my captain is a soldier. It has a symbol, so I will be able to trigger that ability, and I will play a robot. So this robot gives me 2 victory points, is still a mechanic, and it will allow me to draw 3 cards. So in this case, I will draw that emissary because I like it, refresh, and then draw 2 more. And that's it. That's the end of my turn. We can move on to the next player. So we are going to be playing 10 rounds of this. However, you will discover new planets as you go. If at the end of your turn, you meet or exceed a threshold that's printed on a card, you will gain access to that planet, and you will turn the planet over if it hasn't been turned over. So when you flip a planet, you reveal its powers, and these may change every game. So in this case, this will allow you to go there and to plan accordingly. It gives you access to special abilities, which is extra nice. So that's it for the basic game flow of Wild Space. You will play 10 rounds of this. At the end of the 10th round, you're going to score the total victory points that you have. The highest is the winner. So how do you gain victory points? Well, the robots will give you some. The emissaries have scoring on them, so you will have to score accordingly. And finally, you have the diversity and the collection of animals that you've made. If you have a diverse crew, you will gain points. If you have a specialized crew with the same species, you will also get points, so you will have to choose one way or the other. And finally, you have some crew members which are veterans. Whenever you recruit a veteran, you will advance on this track, it will give you benefits, and if you reach a certain space of the track, you will gain an additional victory point bonus. So you total up the scores, the highest is the winner, and that's the basic gist of Wild Space. So Wild Space is a combo game in which you have to manage your hand, manage the display, and try to make a beautiful crew, but you also have to plan accordingly with the planets and the abilities that you see. So now, bye-bye, and see you on Ludo-Chrono 35.